Good morning. It is 6:08 and I set my alarm for 5 a.m. and then I woke up and I was so sleepy. So I slept until 5:40, just got up. But I decided to hang my bear bag yesterday. So I got up, picked up my bear bag, made some coffee, eating my oatmeal. Fun fact, I didn't even realize I'm only 46 miles from Crater Lakes, the beginning of it. There is a fire near Crater Lakes by Diamond Lake, but at this point, Crater Lake is still good to go. That's pretty cool. 46 miles. So that means 2 days. I will get there tomorrow. I do have another forced, I call it, I don't know why I did that because it is forced, a forced water hike today. So meaning I have to hike 26 miles to the water source. And that is the last water source before Crater Lakes. So that means I have to either camp at those 26 miles and then carry for 20 miles, or get a lot of water tonight and then just have the water ready to go to carry for tomorrow. So I think probably I'll camp there. I don't know. And look a little bit more and far out on if there are any other options and things like that. So yeah, I'm just gonna do my breakfast, get ready, and then start moving. It does smell smoky, so I don't know if there's another fire nearby. I don't hear any helicopters or anything like that, so that's always good news. But I am smelling smoke. It's 6:58, and I am starting my hike. Mosquitoes already in full force, and as I read in the far out comments, mosquito hell is going to start happening. So, fun skis. And I think we're about 10 miles from the next water source. And then I think I have to carry for 16 miles water. So sounds like a fun day. Well, it's just been a very quiet morning. Just walking. One of the things that as a hiker you kind of pay attention to or see is what your trail family's footprints look like. I remember in the Sierra, somewhere the hiker would go, I saw your footprints, and I was like, what? She's like, yeah, yours are particular. And I'm like, okay. And then recently I noticed that hers are very particular as well. So I know she's in front of me because I can see her footprints. I'm gonna try to see if I can get a good shot of one of her prints because they kind of come and go. You might wonder how I would know that it's her footprints, not somebody else. Well, first of all, she has a particular pattern. She's got topos and they have crazy patterns. So they're already so much different than ultra lone peaks. You can definitely tell a lone peak or a hoka from topo. The other thing is she has a certain size. They're kind of tiny. So not everybody has those tiny feet. And then in addition, I think she walks on one side more than the other. So some imprint is stronger than the other. And I feel like I'm becoming a tracker. It's almost like I'm tracking down. No, but it's just because she's in front of me. I always can tell because, like yesterday, when I went to the Trail Magic, I didn't see any of her prints, so she was not in front of me. And then it turns out she was behind me. There's a lot of prints. None of these are... I'll show you. This right there, that's somewhere right there. I can also tell if she is right in front of me or not, and that is generally by seeing a clear footprint versus other footprints kind of near it or over it. So there might be one or two people in between us, but her footprints have gotten more clear, so that means she's pretty close in front of me. And honestly, y'all wondering like, oh my gosh, she says got nothing else to do. That's true. I literally have nothing else to do. All I do all day long is think about stuff, and then at some point I'm like, oh, I'm so tired of thinking. Then I'm looking, and you know, all you do is like you look down, so you look at shoe prints all day. And then I remember the first time I've noticed Summer's shoe prints was when I was going through, where was I going? Oh, I was going into Chester, and I saw these footprints all day long. And I was like, those are unique footprints. And then when I caught up to her, I was like, oh, these are your footprints. So I kind of feel like those footprints had caught my attention ahead of time, and then I realized it were hers. So now I can kind of see them clearly because I had looked at them all day as I was hiking into Chester. Collecting water, and guess who I found? Somewhere ahead of me. She's taking lunch now. I don't know if I will do that. I might get ahead because I've only hiked 10 miles. And I like to get halfway done before lunch, but you never know. Moving on, I did not decide to eat. Just wanted to keep walking. I'll walk probably another 3 miles and then I'll eat. It is 1:17. I've done 15 miles. I took a little bit of a break because I had some cell connection. Somewhere the hiker came by and I told her we had connection, so she was able to send me the reroute around the Diamond Lake fire. So that's exciting. Another reroute. It just been blow down extravaganza all afternoon. I've seen this a few times. It's so yellow green. Yellow green? It looks more green on the camera. It's more yellow in real life. And then we got this now. First it was the black stone yesterday. Now we've got these right here. So, did this tree just die or did it burn? Like well, I guess there's some more trees that look like that. Wow. Today's been like a struggle bus kind of day. Man, the miles are just not coming. I think I'm at like 22, 23. And that last water source has been at 4 miles away. Well, 6 miles away this whole time, like forever and ever and ever. Like it just never got closer. I'm tired. I'm sorry. I know y'all love when I'm positive, but it's not easy every day. And I'm tired. Well, that's quite foggy right there. That's super foggy. One of you wonderful subscribers asked for me to film more of the difficult things and to talk more about how hard it is. I mean, I try to film everything I can. Sorry about the wind, it always does that. And then you have like this robotic voice. Anyway, I try to film as much of the danger that I can, but at some point I have to put the phone away. How hard is it? It's pretty hard. Today is a day where it probably would be easy for me to tell you. Honestly, overall, the terrain hasn't been that crazy today. I mean, it has had a lot of blowdowns. And then, of course, at the end of the day, we get all these rocks right here. And the reason why rocks are difficult is because they roll from under your foot, and then your foot rolls away, and then you exert about probably 1.5 to 2 times more energy just taking a regular step. So that's why I don't like the tiny rocks. The big rocks sometimes do that as well. And of course some of the rocks are pointy and pokey, so they hurt your soul. Like your soul, but also your foot sole. And I just saw like a little bit of snow right there, and that just frightened me. I really don't want to have to deal with snow today, but I think I remember there a comment about some snow. See, this is why it gets hard. Today has been a draggy drag. And that's Douglas B. Finch Scenic Overlook. Wowdy doody dobby. What is that? No. The miles are just flying. Who would have thought I'm gonna hit 1,800 miles today? All I saw was a bunch of stones on a really nice campsite. Ooh, but of course, I cannot camp here because I didn't get water at the water source behind me. I'm so smart. No, there's more water coming up. Yep, I have no idea what I'm gonna do with regard to, like, am I gonna get water and then keep hiking and hope that there will be a camp spot, or I'll just get water soon. I don't know. I've decided to cook now and do the bougie thing. Bougie the hiker. Cook now, eat now, and then load up on water so that I have all the water instead of using some water to cook this evening. Plus, I don't know where I'm gonna camp, so it would be better to eat before I camp somewhere by myself. I did the bougie thing. Not only did I do the bougie thing, well, I made my food. I ate mashed potatoes with bacon. I uploaded all the water. I have 4.5 liters, but I also brushed my teeth. So, and I prepared my food for tomorrow. I'm cold soaking the oatmeal. So I think I pretty much have all the water that I need. I will have some water for my coffee tomorrow, and then that means I'll have about 4 liters, because I think half a liter probably for some coffee and then, you know, cleaning myself in the morning. So looks like I'm gonna have 4 liters of water for 20 miles tomorrow. That sounds about right. I also cleaned my legs and my feet, but I do have to say, I didn't clean my feet enough before I put my socks back on, because there was a kamikaze fly, like literally just attacking me, like over and over and over again. I don't know why, but it was like full on anger mode. And I guess it was mad that I was using its water. I don't know, but it was all up in my head area, so I was rushing to get out of there. Well, as you saw, there was a deer in my camp spot. And then I thought to myself, I brushed my teeth, I already ate, it is cooler, why would I not just keep going and get more miles in now so that I have less miles tomorrow? Not that I'll have less miles, but I'll have a little less miles going into Crater Lake, so that'll be nice.